This piece is called Making an Apple Pie. The scientist Carl Sagan once said, if you truly wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. So let's do that. Rewind. Here we are. 14 billion years ago. At this point, everything you have ever seen or known was once contained in a singular point. And this point is a million, billion, billion times smaller than a single atom. This is ridiculously small. And this point is incredibly hot, dense, and volatile, because in this tiny, tiny point, there are black holes forming, disappearing, and forming again. And because this is a lot to handle for a very small amount of space, the universe begins to expand. And it begins expanding in a sponge-like foam filled with quarks, tiny subatomic particles of something, as opposed to nothing, which there is a lot of at this time. And due to the nature of gravity in this vacuum, these tiny particles of something move closer and closer together, forming protons and neutrons. And as space continues to expand, it cools at an equal rate, allowing the electrons of the space to slow down just enough to attach themselves to these protons and neutrons, forming the first elements: helium, hydrogen, and lithium. And these elements form stars, hot, shiny orbs of weight in space, collecting rocks to orbit around them. And each of these rocks are unique. You see, some of these rocks are icy, and some of these rocks are hot. Some of these rocks have life, but most of them do not. One of these rocks, a pale blue dot, is perfect by design to start developing organisms feeding off sunshine. And these organisms will evolve to both swim and roam the earth. And now we've lengthened our life expectancy to not die right after birth. And with longer lives comes search for purpose, which won't get you very far when you realize that we're all subservient, we're submissive to our star. For we are our star's property, or the universe's at best. So it doesn't matter which school you go to or how you did on that test, because we live on a dying rock orbiting around the sun. What's the point if we'll all die because we polluted the earth like a gun? Oh God, I should learn more stuff. I should seek more knowledge. You'd think that's what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing in college. To a degree, it's something important, a paper with my name and a crest. But my name doesn't matter, my school doesn't matter, no matter how often I'm stressed. Societal constructs invading my mind, they're not real, but really they are, and they're inescapable. So I guess that I'll find a house, some kids in a car, so I'll throw on a tie and I'll wonder why I ever wanted to make art. Well, the answer is simple. I'm loud and an asshole, and in high school, I wasn't that smart. And now I'm not smart. I'll never be smart. The only thing I'll ever be is in debt. Being submissive to base in the state, miserable, sad, and with regret. And one day I'll die, and I'll wonder why the universe never made sense. But I've laid it all out, what it's all about. Now you see why I'm getting so tense. Because after I'm gone, it will live on, expanding forever and ever. And only its matter will ever matter, and that could really mean whatever. Because there's a fine line that some of us find, that the universe doesn't actually make sense. Sure, the universe will kill me, but will it be murder or self-defense? There's a delicate balance between joy and pain that sews together our string theory. The hard facts leave us soft-brained, and we start to notice it's dreary. And we start to look at the evidence of what literally makes up our whole world. The random sequence of events devolves my mind to a blur, because the universe keeps expanding and growing to no end. And it all makes sense It has to make sense, or at least we have to pretend. Sometimes I think about money, and what the fuck that is. And why does he have more than me? Could I kill him for some of his? And sometimes I think about borders, and really, guys, they're not real. A concept by countries developed for warfare and finding materials to steal. And does stealing really matter, or is it all part of this expansion? And as the universe continues to grow, maybe it's all planned in it. Sometimes I have to think larger than myself and remember that I don't matter. And after I'm sad, I might just go mad. My ego has now been shattered. Free market and taxes, consumers practice pretending they're all commanding, but soon they'll be done and nobody won. And the universe keeps expanding and growing to no end. And it all makes sense. It has to make sense. Or at least we have to pretend. Because I know where we came from, and I know where we're all going, and at best one day, we'll all be fucked when the sun starts growing, and I know I'm starting to lose it. My mind is falling apart, because I think there might be more to life than these stupid graphs and charts, and I know I don't want to follow rules, and I know that you'll be mad if I say that your religion is stupid and is nothing more than a fact. You see, there are things that I know, but there are things that I'm not understanding. But the only thing that seems to matter is the universe keeps expanding and growing to no end. And it all makes sense. It has to make sense. Or at least we have to pretend. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It has to make sense. But at least we have to pretend. One thing I know is there's two ways out. When the universe is finally done, we'll either freeze in place forever, or we'll contract back into one. This is what it's all been working towards. This is what it's all been about. Sometimes I cry, scream if I want. Today I think I'll shout. Ah! Why, oh why did I do this? Why do I even try? This is a lot of effort all for an apple pie. The apple pie. Carl Sagan, you got me all sidetracked. But now that I've got going, I don't think I can go back. Oh, the apple pie, the apple pie. It's a shame that I forgot it. But if I think about what really matters, I think the pie is not it.